Welcome back to Good Day. Yeah, it's a good day, and we're all about local, fun, and positivity. Now, this morning, we have to address a serious topic, but hopefully this discussion will change lives for the better.
Yeah, positivity and bring people out of the darkness. Megan Scott is with us this morning. Megan, as we wrap up September in just a few days, we're also wrapping up Suicide Prevention Month, and you have a walk coming up, an important walk coming up here in just a few days.
Yeah, we're super excited. So October 1st, this Saturday at Promenade Park, we're having our Out of the Darkness walk, which is part of the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. And if you want to come down to our walk, you can register at afsp.org/Toledo. The event starts at 9:30 with the opening ceremony at 11:30.
Nice. So, Megan, when people come to the walk, we've been hearing so much now of individuals telling their stories about mental health struggles. People come out to the walk, they'll get an opportunity, I assume, to talk to others to hear their stories. Why is that so important right now?
Yeah, so the environment down there, while there is some somnolence to it, some peace, there's also a lot of support. And I remember the first year that I went, I ended up almost breaking down in tears because you just feel such support. And the other important thing about the walk that day is that we are going to have all kinds of resources there, folks from the Zeph Center, from Harbor. We actually have a lady who's coming out to do some basic yoga to teach you, because that's part of learning for mental health, is learning those little coping skills that you can use in the moment.
You know, I think one thing, maybe one good thing that came out of the pandemic is people opening up a little bit more and not being afraid or, you know, nervous to talk about our mental health. And so we want to keep that going, and this is an opportunity to do that, to come out, support others. Maybe it's you, maybe it's someone in your family, you know, just to come out and do that and create this just beautiful environment.
It is, and it's, you know, even past the heavier topic of that day, you know, like we'll have some food trucks out there. If you want to bring your kids, we have a clown that'll do face painting. I mean, it's really an event to come and be around your loved ones and to celebrate maybe your life if you have struggled with mental illness, or to celebrate the life of somebody you've lost.
Now, Megan, some still are struggling to have that first initial conversation, and some might be watching right now and they're struggling. What would you say to them to get them on the track to taking that first step to getting some help?
So there's so many different resources out there for people. If you don't want to go directly into a therapist's office, there's all kinds of online therapies. You know, and if you're in the middle of a crisis, AFSP was a big contributor to getting the 988 number passed. And so if you're having a mental crisis and you need to talk or text, you can call 988 or text 988, and there's somebody staffing those lines 24/7 to be able to have that conversation with you.
It's, you know, that access is so much more widely available. So that's been great. And I also love, you know, we're raising money for the organization too. And I looked at the breakdown on the website about, you know, how much goes to, you know, overhead and how much actually goes to programming. And that's 80% goes toward helping people.
Yeah, so 80% of what is donated to AFSP does go into their programs, and we have multiple different programs that we can like our local group can offer to the community, but AFSP at large does a lot of lobbying and things for mental health in not only state government but also the federal government. So.
Yeah, beautiful, beautiful to know that so much is going to help. And speaking of help, someone who's not struggling with a mental illness, but they know someone who is, right? How can they help? How can they be a support?
So if you come down that day just to support and interact with us, you know, one of AFSP's big initiatives is called Seize the Awkward, and it actually talks about how to the younger kids, high schoolers, maybe a little bit older, how they can approach their friends, their family, and seize that awkward moment, because it can be very awkward to have that conversation. And so, you know, we'll have information on that. There's there's different programs that we can bring into the community, such as our Talk Saves Lives, that can go into schools as well. Because I know that, so much more now than even when I was a kid. The kids nowadays are just exposed to so much, and with social media and phones and stuff, they can't shut it off. They can't get away from it, and so it's just, it's really hard for them. And so we have a lot of programs that are geared more towards the kids. Sometimes.
Wonderful. And they can all come out as a family, again, on Saturday, Promenade Park downtown, right? And how can you register for this?
So you register at afsp.org/Toledo, and that takes you directly to our registration site. And you can also donate to the fund at large from that site.
Very good.
So beautiful because this helps the community as a whole. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Good. Megan, thank you so much for joining us.